Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Shmai.
Amen. She bishop take her should have been a killer sim in the enough Muslim I didn't know that but has a rock and select mishpat. Barakatadina. No, waves to come mishpat. No, machine maltesi go. Only them cause it forgive it no problem can make a race. No closer some hair as a curse the bears my gifts came from her name. Barakatadina. Shabir from Mahnia Zadim. Also deacon Valkas in the must am bishop. That's why supply him the grace of the and the Rakamakadina. Zijn zakata boko kom shim kom yamas so go kene maham lo men bish ke kapatach ne barakata adinai shani tak to sadike shani ka bak to shim bisin ka ka shiri barta the key say to tak me bisin ka tak in min so per krubi min binan aidan barakata adinai ona yu shalaya it's some active tak me spec kan to be sure sak keep these shows that me ko yam barakata adinai asmach hearing yeshua shma kalino at now hino abakam kamalin bekado barakam rasa say Kia shemeti first can matter. Now come again, come to me. Kia to shemeti first compare. Barakata adinai. Shemaya tefila. Amen. Say I didn't hit me. Some hey, we share the every second. Please show you show us for some about some other some to me. That's true. I'm because I know I need him to put some rachman barakata adinai. I'm not sure it's not so see. I heard him not know the I tell you, look, Rakan close kilo some mukasadek, Kimilam, Vinilach. Now, Kulam is very clear. Some misas I should have painted to the yellow mud. The call coming to Casella Johnson for Gita, Elisha, Senator, Senator, Halatai, Barakata, Adinai, Josh McCock, and the light dice. See him, show him, take your record, can come because of recommending for Shamaka. Rakani, if you can't keep your connections. It's all I tell him to stand up discuss it. This Taka, Ubraka, recommend the Kaimisham, Tovineka, Rex, and Kaisha, which will cost up. Shamaka, Barakata, Adinai, breaks to make sure, but shall I? I know I ever say it. Sadiq and I have a katana banana to be seen a katana. Hello, goodbye. You make crap, shut never shut down. As we know, the records method, but some of the also saying that Laman Shemerka, he's got a Shemerabba, the Yamani records everything Mako said, he asked Mako kind of Karamishi, I had been becoming a kind of police to I got my carry the real Amen, Shemerabba, Lyra, Elma, he's private, some of his private from this side, he's had every side of these hours, Kucha Brito, the recover Casa Bashira, such as Pascal Kamasa, that will come off in her Amen, the best of us on the Kabisha, Kakamani, Mishmai, Amen, the Haitian Robin Mincha-Maariv, or Kantamani, or Krishal, Amen. I said, "Shalom, Dimmer, I said, Shalom, Alina, Shalom, Dimmer, Amen." Alina, Shabbat, Alina, last time. Okay, cuddle. Namar, Haida Melko Kalaris, Memi Hedina Akadish, my Akad, Iskada, Iskada, Shme Rabba, Yama, Tika, Spirit, Shabbat, Spirit, Shama, Sase, Adari, Sala, Sala, Shmeda, Kucha, Yela, Mikover Kasa, Vishikasa, Chikasa, Kasa, the Mir Yama, Imrame, Yehe, Shlama Rabba, Mincha-Maariv, the Fact of Malay, Yakoy Shral, Imrame, Praise Shalom, Imrama, Shalom, the Lady Gakoy Shral, Imrame. Zero me back at this. Show us a strong piece of choice of this. You're right. I'm going to be Nani. Say, Bani is Bani Assisi, Bani is Sadi, can you just migration? Market, she knows also my him, maybe the man convention around the Habatera, the kind of an action, my research, but those are Charlotte, the Ham terms, which number. And like a bit of man, 6 to Terra Biadi. Siskada, it's 26. Spirit, these Shabbat, these power, these Shema, these Nasa, these power, these Allah, Shmei, the Kuchab, the Ela, Mikover Kasa, Vishirasa, Tishbekasa, Nekamasa, the Miram Biamal, Bimaram, Yisrael, the Arabana, the Atamide, the Alpha Smide, the Alpha just came here, rice, the Israel, the Kolasar, the Asar, the Hela, Hanokon, Shamaraba, Queen of a Kista Barakamin. Kayan Arichin, Sana Rabika, Kanami Kadamugohain, Shmaya, Vimmer, Hey, Shlama, Rabba, Mincha-Maariv, the Kayam to Malay, Yahweh Shoel, Vimmer, I say Shah, Vimmer, I say Shah, Malay, Yahweh Shoel,
That's what I don't like to hand that. Oh, that's fun. So we have Mendel Chagall is over here. He's selling some pictures. He has. Anybody is up to buying a picture? Some gorgeous pictures over there, and going to a good cause. Yeah. I don't tell us what it's going to. 2 pounds. While we're on ads, Thursday night we have the challah baking for men and women. Who says white men can't bake? Good, we're going to show men and women. We're going to be baking challah right here Thursday night. It'll be a lot of fun, and tables for couples, and then there's going to be separate tables for men and women who want to join. It'll be a lot of fun, and don't forget to join us this Thursday night. But let us know if you want us to order the ingredients for you. Let us know in advance. We can order it. Otherwise, we can order. Also, we're supposed to have this Friday night. We're supposed to have President Carl up here with us Friday night speaking. It's gonna have to be postponed. Huh? Not happy with that. Also, the site is coming next week Wednesday. That means the film is check. All right, tonight do history. Tonight on the 28th day of Cheshvan in 1949, they did a census. They came to the census in Israel, and we reached 1 million Jews in Israel, 1 million Yidden. 1949, million Yidden. Today there's 6,770,000 Jews in Israel. So, since 1949 till now, we grew 6-fold. Not great, but okay. Huh? Is that great? I don't know. Is it? Right. Oh, okay, fine. How many more can come in? All right, so we left off. I don't know where the Shulchan Aruch is while we were out. I don't know where it went, but we left off with the laws of kilayim, mixing of animals, and we're discussing even tying up. Pull it up on my phone. We're discussing even tying up two animals, two different types of animals is not allowed. Even tying them up together, even if they're just being tied up to watch. Like some people, they go to the grocery and they tie their dog to the fence outside. If it's two different types of animals, they cannot be tied together. Now we get to an interesting halacha. That is that a mule says, could you tie two mules together? Why not? He says it depends. It's right. A mule itself, you're not allowed to create a mule. You could use a mule, you can't create a mule because a mule is a mix of a horse and a donkey. You can't mix it. However, he says even tying two mules together could be a problem. Right, because there's two different types of mules. There's a mule where the aviv is a sus and imay chamayra. The father is a horse and the mother is a donkey. It's a son of a. I don't know what you call it. And some, it says imay susa. The mother is a horse and the father is a donkey. There's another word for donkey. But so, and the two of them coming together is also colliding. Now, here it's interesting. Why is it interesting? Because before we were talking about, you could say maybe the reason for colliding getting together is maybe they're gonna have a child of here a mule. I don't think I have children. No. Any crossbreed? That's right. Yes. Huh? Any crossbreed. Right. I remember learning of mules. No, it's within the same. That's within the same species. A horse and a donkey are two different animals. Huh? Two horses could be mixed. Two kind of horses. Yeah. Two types of donkeys. Huh? You can have two tigers like different types of zebras? Oh, horse and zebra are different. Oh, they can't have more. What's it called, a horse and a zebra? And what's it good for? Is it good for anything? They're a little more strong about it. Zebras are wild, but horses are Anyway, so here it's not about them having just children. It's about just mixing them is already forbidden. Interesting. I think it's interesting halacha. Now, again, this could be because there are two different types. We said regarding pulling them working together. So again, they have different types of kayak, different types of strength, and one's going to go quicker, one's going to go slower, and we're not supposed to mix them. But here we're saying even if they're just tied together, they're not going anywhere. Each their own. That's what it's saying. Something like that. Each their own. So he says the way to check, he says you should check their ears and their sound, their voice. So if you want to mix the two mules together, you're not sure if it's from the same mother and father, check its ears and its voice. The ears, I guess, are different. What's the source? The source? Well, what's the source good for? Okay. Let's hear it from the source. It's still working. You made it, now you have to figure out what it's. What's that? A source. Yeah. Anyway, Shulchan doesn't say what the ears are supposed to look like, but it just says if they're the same, then they're from the same breed. If they're different, then they're from a different. Their mother has different, and then we can't listen together. And it's the same thing with the voice. You can listen to their voice. I don't know what you're supposed to listen to. Their accent, maybe. And what's it teaching the wife? What's it teaching the wife? All right. Someone said, it says, Kaila shad Termelach Sarah. Tishma b'Kaila. Just listen. That's what you have to do. Just you have to listen. You have to listen. You have to listen. All right. Next part of Kalayim is Kalayim and garments, clothing. So the Torah tells us that something which is made out of wool and linen cannot be mixed together. And we mix it together, and it's, even if it's one strand, one string, they have, you want to get clothing, you need clothing at Macy's, you gotta take it to the shotness laboratory, and they'll check for you to see if there's anything inside, even one thread. So wool, even if it says 100% wool, you still have to check it because you could have, the buttons could be sewed with wool. Another place, with linen. Another place where often is they mix linen is in the collar. I can. Huh?
Because a jacket, I went to check. This company all the time is checking. Hugo Boss, example, all the time is checking. 100%.
Right.
You need to check over here. All over here, it was checking.
I anyway suggest you should not get Hugo Boss. Yeah, who needs Hugo Boss?
No, I get.
Don't get Hugo Boss.
No, it's like me. Somebody bring me, ask me, saying Hugo Boss all the time. I take this, I check, and it was checking.
Which one?
What about silk? If it's wool and silk.
Wool with silk. What silk is from a worm? What's the problem? What could be the problem? No, it's not. Two different species don't apply over here. Over here, it's specifically wool and linen. But it's not any somech and any chai. I know, but it's any time we have somech and how to mix them. In this case, it's that way, but it's not. I don't think any time you come up with another material, not linen, made from somech. You can't mix it with wool.
It's a cloth.
It's only, huh?
That's one of the time.
You can mix anything with cotton. Cotton, you can mix with anything.
What is that? The living plant? Didn't the Kohen go into the Holy of Holies with mixed linen and wool?
What's linen made of?
Flax plant. According to Revolution Fabrics, linen is best described as fabric that is made from very fine fibers derived from.
All right, flax plant.
The mice of the flax.
Yeah.
Made the traps up here. And goes there.
Right.
Yeah.
Chia. Yeah. Sorry, you're right. Silk is not allowed. That's what that means out there. Meshi. Also, meshi is not allowed. It's all under the same category. Meshi silk, what I say? Silk. Right. That's
Because the wool silk is a combination, 90% wool and 10% silk.
Yeah, you can't use that. Even if it's 1%.
No, I'm just saying. You see such a label, you see that.
Yeah, if it says it, then you know for sure. I think even if it doesn't say it, you still have to check. Even if it says 100% wool, you still have to check. No, they have laboratories. They check. Rabbi Blank, who checks part of our Abram over here, he also checks for Shanas. Also, Rabbi Selmar, who does the bris, he also checks for Shanas. Also, the guy who comes to sometimes when he eats the sushi, Afghani, he also checks for Shanas. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I only know. No, I got
Shulchan Aruch is
that's part of all of it.
Afilu v'chuti meshi. Why v'chuti? Cannabis.
No, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Cannabis is hen. What? This is a different story. This is a different story. For garment. We're going to learn soon. What about couches? Coming up soon. Couches, chairs in your car. What are you allowed to have? Coming up soon. But here, just basic is clothing. Let's start with clothing. Now, not just could they not be sewn together, they can't even be tied together. It says, huh? Can't tie them together. I don't know what. I'm not sure whether you tie them together. How you tie? Get out of the building? Yeah, but why would you braid? I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the reason. Let's say the reason why they use it in clothing.
Yeah. Oh, linen is stiff. That's why in most full jackets and I know
The collar.
the hair is usually linen.
Keeps it straight.
The hair is usually linen. Near the buttons, so the buttons stay strong and linen.
Okay, so maybe the same reason you may make a rope. So if you have a woolen rope, I don't know why you have a woolen rope, but maybe you put it in some. Anyways, he says again, not just wearing them, but even just tying together is a problem. Not just that, but even sewing one stitch and tying it. You just sew one stitch, it's not a problem. You sew one stitch and then you tie it, it's a problem. Or if you sew two stitches. There's a shear, yeah. The shear is either sewing two stitches or sewing one stitch and tying it. That's considered bringing it together. Putting one stitch, I guess, is not considered bringing it together. It'll fall apart, and it's not considered staying together. And then he says, even if it's just with, let's say, you put the needle in, and you don't keep it that way. It's not. Just put the needle in. You have let's say, a woolen piece of material, and you put a needle with linen. I don't know. Put it through with the needle. Just doing that is also good. All right. See you tomorrow. All right.
What about the days?
We did it.
What?
המלך יענין הביאם קראין, יזכר השמי רבה, יום אני ברכס את מנכון כוסי, ויעצמך קרני בקרב בשיטי, וחייכם בקרב בקרב בביסי שרבה, והכל לשמי קראי במרו אמן. שמי רבה מביא רחבי ולממל, מהי יספר כבישם המדיסה, ויסר רביסה לביסה, לא שמי נקוד שפריקו, יהיה ומתחבר חסו בשירה, חסו בכם עשה, דברי ויאמר, במרו אמן, ברכו רסדיני, המביא רחב, ברך ליהו ילון בו, ברכו צדיני, Maybe like the mother been I like nice question. Hi, Barakata, Adina, Hamari, Barabi. I was so long this shot after terms. Him Kayin, very humane, the Van Nigga Gimma, the Vasco to serve him into the other, I mean, Barakata, Adina. We have to base it and I attack up a call about the phone if she call me attack on the fear and very much. Be sure. No, you'll take them MS. When it goes to come in, do it to things last year. Marcus, I was give you like a mission of the Israel, kind of ship some power above the Arab. America will deny it. Marcus, go over and became famous as a alien in the Emerald. No, you look for you. No, Mark, you've had a nice yak. You'll be going because of the menu. Barakata, you know, we got all you strong. Actually, made a bit of shot. Shmor Sinu in the country, show me at the Oilam, Kirschman, and Cinema, Barakata, Adina, Shimers, Amma Yisrael, La'ad, Scala Shme Rava, Yamadi Bakas, Yatsma, Kanamikar Mishite, Kaye, but become the kind of Yisrael, Dalla, Isman, Kari, Liver, Amin, Shme Rava, Mithai, Rafael, Israel, Vishal, Vishal, Visa, say, Visa, Visa, Losh, Kuchabri, Yale, the Kavakasa Bashira, such as Kas Nechamasa, the Viram Yama, Viram Amin. So we start out we don't give represent Marcos the asma for kind of permission and then the federal this show up because my current Rame my expect so much this not say this every house which I yeah like cover custom shiras custom masa around the Amavi Rame process of the show and behind Shmai Rame the hair some Rame Chimaya the plane and after show up Rame Sean Ben Rama, yes, the show, I think they show, they were Amen. Bueno, Shabbat,
Yes, they obviously that's
ولما بعد ما تطلع رأس كم يجينا أخذ شماي أخذ she's got all these kadosh my rabba yom di brachu say the amlich machu say the asmak bakanev kareb shecha the kayecha the gemecha the kaye the kavesh shrawa bakala bis makari the marame shesh my rabba Spare peace Shabbat, peace spare peace Rama, peace Nase, peace Hadar, peace Allah, peace Allah, peace good job, the Ela Mikover Casa Vishirasa, Chispakasa Nakamasa, the Miram Biama, Vimer, Hey, Slama Rabba Mincha-Maariv, Bakaim to Malani, the Akwe Shoel, Vimer, Lisa Shal, the Brima, the Yasa Shal, and the Lady Akwe Shoel, Vimer, Tiara Nakamisa, Shibishas, Nakisa, Machash, as soon as also my Yahel, maybe going to be Shavar Lahatire, kind of an action of Raskash, who is up to Shishar, the Havelam Jarvis Slamar, and I have been some months, Sikta, Yakutara, Viadu. Iskada Shema Rabba, the Yama Dibraker, say the Amlif Paku, say the Asmak, and the Kare, the Shita, the Kayetan, the Yamekan, the Kaye, the Kodesh Shrawa, although it's Spare Vishamak, Vispare Vishaman, Visa say, Visa Car, Visa La, Visa La, Shpede good job, the Yang Lomi Cover Casa Vishirasa, Chispakasa Nakamasa, Amir Biama, Vimer, Yisrael, the Arabana, and the Otmidehain, the Alprotamide Smidehain, the Alcoma, the Skin Biraisa, DDS Radin, the Deeper Kolasarvia, Sir, the Hela, Hanokon, Samaraba, Kina Behisa Barachami. The Kayanari and Rosana Rabika, Pakanami Kadamabohain, to Vishmaya, Vimer, Amen. Hey, Shlama Rabba Mincha-Maariv, the Kaim of Malini, the Akuri Shawal, Vimer, Amen. Ayesa Shalom, Vimerima, the Shalom, the Lady of Akuri Shawal, Amen.
So it's like picture for a Mendel. Tomorrow morning, 8:40.